everybody, it's Molly. Today we're making an old-fashioned turkey and stuffing recipe, and I'll make sure to put the recipe for you down below the description box so you will have that. And I pulled this out a couple days ago and it is nice and thawed. I know that I initially didn't have it in a container, but I quickly put it in a casserole dish and I'm glad I did. Okay, we're gonna start with the stuffing, and this stuffing doesn't seem like it makes very much, so I've doubled it, but you might have to double or triple it or quadruple it for the size of bird that you have. So it calls for bread cubes, soft bread cubes, and I tore up some rolls I made yesterday. I'm just using those. So I'm adding the onion and diced celery, some salt, and it doesn't specify how much salt and pepper, just says add it. So I'm using about a teaspoon of each. So salt and pepper, poultry seasoning, and I'm using dried parsley and some butter. It says you can also add an egg to this if you want to, or you can add drained mushrooms or oysters, or you can cut up the giblets and add it, but I'm just gonna stick with this. And the recipe also calls for sage, but I don't happen to have sage on hand, and also there's sage in the poultry seasoning, so I think I'll be okay. And now you just want to add either water or broth to make this so that you can basically pack it. So I've got chicken broth right here, and you don't want too much, but you don't want too little, so just enough to make it nice and moist. I think I've added about a cup. Okay, now when you're done, just set it aside and then let's get the bird. My turkey weighs 14.48 pounds, so just know, you'll have to adjust the cooking time depending on the size of your turkey. Okay, so let me take this out of the package and we'll get started. Okay, so our turkey is out of the packaging, and my oven is preheated to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So the recipe says to wash and dry your bird. Now they don't recommend you wash poultry anymore because that could just spread salmonella and all sorts of nasty stuff all across your kitchen. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm pulling out this pop-up timer because I don't trust it. I have a digital thermometer that I'll be using, and I'm just going to pat it dry with some paper towels. Now I've got a roasting pan, and I don't have anything in my pan. I set the giblets aside, and then my turkey came with this plastic bag of, I think it's supposed to be gravy mix. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, maybe it's supposed to be for basting it. I don't think I'll be using that because I'm following this old recipe and I really want to see what this tastes like. So I've got my chicken patted, or my turkey patted. Let me wash my hands. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to salt and pepper all over the bird. And normally I would apply butter to my turkey, but the recipe says to just salt and pepper it. And my turkey does have this little plastic thing that's covering the drumsticks. So I'm going to grab my stuffing. It says to stuff your bird, and I'm gonna put some of the stuffing, I don't know if I will have room in the neck cavity. I'm not gonna stuff the neck cavity. I'm just gonna stuff the body. So I'm gonna pop one of the legs out, and you just wanna loosely pack the stuffing into the cavity of the bird. You don't wanna tightly pack it because you want it to cook. You'll have to get this up to temperature, and I will put the temperatures that you want to get this up to down in the description box. So just stuff your bird lightly. It smells like Thanksgiving. I guess I don't need the twine. I'll just pop the leg back in that thing. And I probably should have done this before I stuffed it, but I'm going to take a wooden skewer and I'm going to just kind of fasten it through the meat back here to hold the neck flap closed. And you can stuff the neck cavity of the bird too if you want. I didn't make enough stuffing. Okay, so flip your turkey breast side up stuffing is out, and now it says, if desired, you can cover the turkey. Oh, and tuck your wings behind the neck so that they don't burn. Okay, so we have our wings tucked behind the back of the bird. And we have the legs are trussed. So we're gonna take thin strips of salt pork, and we're just going to cover the bird with the strips of salt pork. And this will help keep it moist while it cooks. I've never cooked a turkey this way. If you didn't want to use salt pork, you could probably use bacon, because for some reason I seem to think that they're kind of interchangeable. And I'm just gonna go over my thighs with this. Now it said that, you know, obviously the salt pork is optional, but I'm curious as to what it will taste like, so I'm doing it. I'm going to roast this for 15 minutes at 500 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'm going to lower the temperature to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So the recipe says to allow 25 minutes per pound. So whatever 14.48 pounds times 25 is, that's what I'm looking at for cooking time. Now, of course, that'll change because a bird is stuffed. And so I've got a digital thermometer that I will be checking the temperatures of this throughout the cooking time, just to make sure we don't overcook it and undercook it. And also, you want to baste this frequently. So get your baster ready so that you can frequently baste this. Okay, let me wash my hands and then I'll pop this in the oven. Just wanted to show you guys what this looked like. So this is what the turkey came with on its feet, so you don't have to use twine to truss it. It is stuffed, it is covered in thin slices of salt pork. We've got the wings tucked behind the body, and we have that skewer holding the neck flap closed. Okay, so into the oven it goes, and I will see you guys when it's done.
What are you doing?
Sucking up the juices, and I'm basting it.
Why are you doing that?
So it stays juicy. Normally I would brine a turkey, but we're following an old recipe, so I'm doing it the way they suggested.
Oh yeah? When was that recipe?
I think it's
Too late.
I think it's from 1937. I'll have to look and double check. The stuffing is from that same book too.
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah. Never done this with salt pork before, so I haven't actually cooked very many turkeys before.
Oh yeah, because...
We always go to Mom's.
Yeah.
A little while longer.
You're gonna have to cut that out. Alrighty, so we're back. Master Chef Molly is pulling out the turkey.
Whoa.
And it looks fantacular. Get a
good
nice look how that browned. Looks beautiful, just like her.
I look horrible. All right. So you want to make sure you check the temperature of the stuffing and the temperature of the turkey and the thigh and the breast. And I'll put the correct temperatures in the video description box, but make sure they are cooked. So what I'm going to do, I want to make a gravy, and I don't have a specific recipe for that. So I'm going to put the turkey on a cutting board. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this.
Here, I can do it. Here, let me do it.
Dan's lifting up the turkey. All right. And you can always pull the stuffing out and put it in a casserole dish if you want to make sure that it gets cooked, and you can pop it back in the oven. But that should be at the correct temperature.
Looks delicious.
Yeah, so let's let that sit.
I know 3 pets that would love some morsels.
Oh God, that's why they're getting chunky. Let's see. And don't burn them. Oh, Ruby. Oh yeah, some salt pork.
Ollie.
The kitties. Oh yeah, they're feasting too. Have to share. They're so cute. So cute.
Aww.
Bunk stole it.
Yum, yum, yum. All right, I'm gonna make gravy.
Behold I'm not in the frame. Behold our turkey. Dan, let's taste it.
I'm ready.
Okay, go. I thought you were gonna rip a leg off.
Well, I'm gonna cut you a nice slice.
All right. Normally I brine my birds, but let's see how this tastes. And now all the animals are flocking to us.
And hey, Molly, wait, you gotta let me get mine.
Dan eats like a medieval king. So the breast is so moist and tender. I was really worried it was gonna dry out because, you know, I usually brine turkeys and this one's not brined, but it's amazing. That salt pork on top is a really cool trick. I think that really kept it moist. It was really simple. This is delicious. What do you think?
Oh, it's really good. I think it's absolutely delicious.
Is it moist?
Yeah, it is. It's super good.
All right.
I love turkey.
Try the stuffing. Let's try the stuffing. Tastes like classic stuffing. I think I would have sauteed the onions, and next time I'll saute the onions and celery so it's a little bit softer because they still have a little bit of a crunch.
Yeah.
So I think I would saute those next time before I add them to the bread and add the rest of the ingredients. But other than that, they're delicious. It's delicious. You really like that.
Yeah.
I gotta get the gravy. Yeah, so it's tender, extremely flavorful, tastes like a classic
What's the breast taste?
Thanksgiving. Here, try it.
No, it's okay. I got some right here.
Tastes like a classic Thanksgiving turkey.
Oh, wow. That's really juicy.
It's super juicy. And this wasn't like the most expensive bird they had. Like, this wasn't premium brand. I'm cheap, so I bought the cheap Kroger one or whatever, and it's extremely good. So the stuffing recipe and the turkey recipe come from the Household Searchlight Recipe Book. This is from 1937. So this is a 1937 era roast turkey and stuffing recipe. And it tastes like classic stuffing, classic roast turkey. I can see you like it.
It's a little warm.
Well, it just came out of the oven.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyways, try this out. If you're looking for a good recipe, salt pork on top is a really cool trick. Yeah, absolutely. We love it. Anyways, we hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a wonderful turkey dinner if you're just making a turkey dinner. And hi, buddy. Dan, don't. Oh, he's gonna go.
Callie? Callie?
Don't tease him. Don't. The animals love it. So if you like this recipe and you want to see more vintage recipes like this roast turkey and stuffing, then please subscribe and hit the like button. I upload new content every Friday, and Dan and I are always here taste testing vintage recipes.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a happy holiday.
Have a great Thanksgiving.